You so fine, girl, I would drink your bad water.
Let's start with your mother.
Yo, Miss Combs, you're out here looking like the queen of the scene, girl. I'd be sipping on your vibe all day. But let's get into the real talk, starting with your mama. She's holding all the receipts, everything's in her name, she's the one running things behind the curtain. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm sticking to it. In my eyes, Puff Mama is the one calling the shots. I'm just a guy with a hunch, but I know what I know, and she's the one steering the ship. That's my hero right there, no cap. Ain't nobody out here moving like your mama. I give all thanks and glory to God for my own mother, but yours? She's on another level. Now, word on the street, Mase is gearing up to take Janice Combs to court, accusing her of siphoning millions from bad boy artists. He's coming with receipts that could shake up Diddy's whole bloodline. Mase been sounding the alarm on this for years, way before anybody even gave Janice a side eye. While others might have signed NDAs to stay quiet, Mase is out here with the guts to speak up. He's not standing solo either. Other former bad boy employees are backing him up, spilling their own horror stories about Janice. Freddie P straight up called Janice the devil, no filter. He said, "She's like, I can't even explain it, bro. She's the devil. That's how I see it." Chopper dropped his own tea, saying Janice is still holding his publishing rights hostage. He was like, "Everything's in her name, man. You live and learn, but yeah, my publishing? Janice Combs got that." Even Kirk Burroughs, Boy's former bad boy president, filed his own lawsuit against Janice, claiming she illegally seized his stake in the company. But if you think this is just about stolen checks, buckle up, because it gets way messier. What Janice was allegedly doing behind closed doors was darker than any financial hustle. Word is, she was dressing Diddy up like a pimp when he was just 4 years old. And get this, she was allegedly throwing her own wild parties at home while 12-year-old Diddy was out clubbing till the 4 a.m. Diddy himself said in an old interview, "I'd be 12 years old, out till 3 or 4 in the morning, seeing the music." Janice admitted she worked at an after-hours spot, pouring drinks and raking in tips because men thought she was very glamorous. She was out there hustling while her kid was running the streets. But it gets weirder. Janice was so possessive of Diddy she sent him to an all-boys Catholic school to keep girls away, wanting to be the only woman in his life. Diddy confirmed it. "I was brought up in Catholic schools all my life." Some folks are whispering that something unsettling might have gone down between them. There's even a clip of them getting 4 drips together, supposedly right after one of Diddy's infamous freak-offs. In the video, Diddy's gassing her up, calling her gorgeous, and they're all cozy saying, "I love you." It's got people raising eyebrows. And then there's footage of Janice looking sloppy drunk at events, with folks online asking why Diddy's bringing his drunk mama out like that. Mase, though, been warning folks about Janice for years, and now the industry's finally catching up. He's not just suing her for stolen publishing, he's claiming she's been covering up decades of financial crimes and racketeering at Bad Boy. Mase had a public fallout with Diddy over publishing rights, but he's saying it wasn't just Diddy. It was the people around him, including Janice, whispering in his ear. Mase is working with the same legal team as Kirk Burroughs, who's accusing Janice of orchestrating an elaborate and calculated scheme with Diddy and their lawyer, Kenneth Meiselas, to rob him of his 25% stake in Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings and 15% of its annual earnings. Burroughs says Janice was in deep, attending strategy sessions, sitting in on exec meetings, and getting daily updates on everything from artist travel to budgeting. All while playing the innocent bystander, she was allegedly pulling strings to secure her own bag. Mase bounced from Bad Boy as soon as he saw Janice's name on royalty statements, realizing she was collecting off artists long after their deals expired. He's now gathering sworn statements from other former Bad Boy artists like Freddie P and Chopper, aiming to prove a pattern of theft, intimidation, and fraud. Insiders say Mase is even trying to get the feds to name Janice as a co-conspirator in the RICO case against Diddy. Freddie P's been vocal, saying Janice created a monster in Diddy. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue, he said, "She's the monster. Everything's in her name. She created that." He called her satanic, straight up saying, "She's the devil, bro. That woman got everybody's money." Freddie claims Janice masterminded the scheme that robbed him of his publishing, leaving him and others out of millions because of statute of limitations loopholes. Chopper echoed that revealing his publishing is still tied up in Janice's name. He said, "When I was trying to get my publishing from Bad Boy, it was in her name. You couldn't get nothing." Both Freddie and Chopper are reportedly working with Mase behind the scenes, ready to submit sworn statements to back his case. Freddie's comparison of Janice to R. Kelly raised eyebrows. Why drop a name like that? It's like he's hinting at something darker without saying it outright. And when you dig into how Janice raised Diddy, it starts to add up. Janice was allegedly throwing her own freak-offs at home while Diddy was still in school, exposing him to wild scenes. In a resurfaced interview on Inside the Actor's Studio, she admitted to working at an after-hours spot, pouring liquor for big tips. Diddy chimed in, saying he was out till 4 a.m. at 12 years old, seeing the music in the streets of 80s Harlem. When the host asked Janice if she knew her kid was out that late, she claimed she didn't, saying she left him with relatives who she thought were watching him. But her story's shaky, her employment history's all over the place. One day she's a teacher, the next a bus driver, then a casino worker. Diddy's Wikipedia even calls her a former model, but there's no proof of any legit modeling gigs. What's out there, though, are whispers that Janice ran fashion shows as a front to connect young girls with older businessmen. Allegedly, one of those deals went south when a man did something horrific to a girl, but the whole thing got swept under the rug, supposedly thanks to Janice's late husband, Melvin Combs, who had ties to law enforcement as an informant. It gets creepier. Diddy's childhood friend, Tim Patterson, spilled that Janice threw wild parties at their house when Diddy was still in elementary school. Tim said shady figures from her Harlem days would roll through, and Diddy would see grown folks walking around naked, getting high, and worse. Tim claimed Diddy's obsession with freak-offs came straight from his mom's influence. A former neighbor backed this up in a Daily Mail interview, saying Janice's parties were loud, packed, and went late, with cars lining the street. Fans are now saying Mase's lawsuit doesn't go far enough. Janice should be locked up with Diddy for exposing him to that lifestyle as a kid. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the weird vibes between Diddy and Janice. That 4 drip video's bad enough, but there's another clip where they kiss on the lips, and Diddy's hyping up how flexible his mom is, saying she can touch her toes. Then there's the black and white video that's got everyone shook. Janice is dancing on Diddy, not like a cute mom-son moment, but like she's in a club, backing it up while he's got his hands on her hips. And get this, Janice was rocking white nail polish, just like the women Diddy allegedly made wear it during his freak-offs, according to Cassie's lawsuit. It's got people questioning what's really going on. Mase's case isn't just about royalties anymore. If Janice's name is on publishing checks from artists who left Bad Boy decades ago, how's she skating free? How is she sitting front row to all this chaos without catching heat? And that video of her dancing on Diddy, what's that about? With Mase collecting sworn statements and RICO lawyers sniffing around, this could be bigger than a lawsuit. We're talking potential federal charges that could take down the whole family. And to top it off, a sealed 1971 incident involving Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, just resurfaced. Word is, Melvin's informant ties might explain why Janice and Diddy dodged accountability for so long. Whatever's coming, Mase is out here trying to expose it all, and the truth might be uglier than anyone's ready for. To reach 2,000 words, I'll expand on the narrative by diving deeper into the allegations, providing more context about the Bad Boy era, exploring the cultural and legal implications, and elaborating on the relationships and dynamics at play. Here's the continuation.